Carolyn McDaniel.
I'm Emma Katie.
And this is Tower News Network.
This Monday, the Fox News show, The Five, closed its broadcast with a tribute to the late son of the Fox News show's former co-host, Eric Boulin. His son, Eric Chase Boulin, 19, was found dead in Colorado on Friday. The cause of death is still unknown, and an autopsy will be performed next week. Co-host Kimberly Johnson said the younger Boulin had just started his sophomore year in college in Colorado. She continues saying, "The Boulins are in our prayers and the prayers of the entire Fox News family. Eric Chase brought so much love and joy to his parents' lives. If you watched our show over the years, you probably heard Eric proudly talk about his sweet son, who was a baseball player like his dad, playing left field." Just hours before Boulin's son was found, Fox News announced that it was parting ways with the host. Boulin had come under scrutiny after the Huffington Post reported that he had sent inappropriate text messages to a former and current female colleagues, allegations he strongly denied.
What a tragedy.
Yes.
Now off to Emma Niemeyer with a chilling story on child pornography.
Hello, this is Emma Niemeyer reporting from Tower News Network. A St. Louis Public School District employee has been charged with serious sexual crimes involving a student at his school. 45-year-old Michael West is charged with promoting child pornography and the sexual trafficking of a child. West was working at Bashan High School as an in-school suspension monitor, meaning he supervised students taking out of class for disciplinary reasons. According to court documents, between the July 1st and August 10th of this year, West approached a 15-year-old male student at Bashan and said he could help the student make money. West reportedly told the boy he could set up meetings where the student would perform sexual acts for cash. West explained he would take a percentage of the money for setting up the exchange. He also requested an explicit photo of the student to share with others. Friday, district officials said West was still employed at the school and any employment action would have to be brought up to the board, which is not met. He has been employed in the district for 20 years. Authorities said West may have targeted more children.
Hurricane Irma roared into the Caribbean Wednesday, passing over the islands of St. Martin and Barbuda with 185-mile-per-hour winds, as the most powerful Atlantic Ocean hurricane in recorded history. Police patrol the area as Hurricane Irma slams across islands in the northern Caribbean and in San Juan, Puerto Rico. As the eye of Irma passed over Barbuda around 2 a.m., phone lines went down under heavy rain and howling winds that sent debris flying as people huddled in their homes or government shelters.
The Elite Mary Institute and St. Louis Country Day School took a brave step last week to confront racism and unbridled use of social media by students, sending a clear message that such action won't be tolerated. By school director Lisa Lyle expelled 4 freshman girls who exchanged racial and sexual slurs on social media, and a 5th student who discussed submitting an application to the Ku Klux Klan. The school's action provoked a backlash that Ladue police are now investigating, involving a threatening social media post. The school said it contained a lot of hate speech, including quotes from the excessively violent film Fight Club, framed as a threat to the upper school administrators. Some might argue that the school's move infringed on students' free speech rights, but no such right exists in that setting. The school had every right to impose harsh disciplinary measures to send a strong message. There can be no doubt that the message was received loud and clear.
Across coastal Florida, the dreaded storm surge from Hurricane Irma was not as bad as the forecast. At the last minute, Irma unexpectedly veered inland right before it got to Naples. That meant as the storm tracked north over Naples, Fort Myers, and Tampa Bay, the winds at the head of the storm were moving west and actually pulling water away from the shoreline. Then, once the eye of the hurricane had passed through those areas, the backside of the storm hit, pulling water east toward the coast. But by this point, the storm's winds were weakening and the resulting surge was not nearly as strong as feared. Yet because Irma was so unusually large, its fierce winds also extended all the way to the east coast of Florida, pushing water inland there. Needham estimated that saltwater levels rose 4 feet above normal in Miami, the 10th highest level seen since 1880.
Good morning, Ville Duchesne. This is Hope Washburn reporting live for Tower News Network. Today's story is about how an American man accused of accepting funds from Islamic State for a possible terror attack in the U.S. pleaded guilty to multiple terrorism-related charges. Mohammed El-Shinawi, who was living in Maryland when he was arrested in late 2015, pleaded guilty in Baltimore federal court Tuesday to 4 counts, including conspiring to provide material support to Islamic State. The El-Shinawi case was critical in uncovering a global financial network centered on a British technology company used by Islamic State to clandestinely move money around the world and pay for weaponized drone technology used by a terror group in Syria. Mr. El-Shinawi, 32, faces up to 20 years in prison for each of the 3 most serious terrorism offenses. This is all we have for you today. This is Hope Washburn reporting for Tower News Network. Thank you for tuning in.
Good morning. This is Anna Leggett reporting from Tower News Network. Air Berlin plc, Germany's second largest airline, on Tuesday said it had filed for bankruptcy protection and was in talks to sell part of its operations to larger rival Dutch Lufthansa AG. The German government, facing potentially big job losses at Air Berlin ahead of general elections next month, stepped in to provide a €150 million bridge loan to Air Berlin in order to keep the airline afloat during the busy summer holiday season. The airline has about 8,000 staff and without the money would have been grounded, officials said Tuesday. Air Berlin becomes the second high-profile European carrier to go bust this year amid fierce competition that has led to sharp declines in airline ticket prices.
Thanks for watching Tower News Network.